Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I'm the Gentleman and welcome to another episode of the Gentleman's Pixel Club. We are a small channel, we're a channel on YouTube and the handle is about to appear on the screen at the moment. And to everybody that's subscribed, thank you very much. To anybody that's considering it, maybe today we will earn your subscription. But you can help us grow and you can help us grow safely. And how would you do this? Well, if you find yourself in an airport waiting for your flight, like these people here on a photo that I took a little while ago, they're bored out of their mind, they've got nothing to do. You can brighten their day. You can go to each and every one of these people and tell them about the Gentleman's Pixel Club. 1, they will be really pleased to hear from you. 2, they might like retro games, so this channel could be for them. And 3, we may earn another subscriber. But enough of that, let's get into the main game. We are playing Stunt Car Racer on the Amiga. Long time ago since I played this game, and I can't be sure, did I last play it on the Amiga or did I last play it on the Atari ST? I really can't remember. And the object of this game is to race your dune buggy type car that you could see on the above the Stunt Car Racer logo there around these tracks, and you've got effectively a car that you're racing against as well. Very hard game, very tricky game, but I used to be okay at it. I don't know if I'm going to be okay now, probably not, knowing my luck, but I used to be alright. But as I can't remember whether it was the Amiga or the Atari ST. We've only got one option available to us. We've got single player. Multiplayer, well, there's only one of me. Computer link, we're not linked to anybody else or anything else, so we have to go with single player. So hitting the single player button now, and the name we are going to put in the GPC. It would be silly to put anything else in, so the GPC is the name that we're going to go with. And we've essentially got 4 leagues, and depending on how we go will depend whether we get promoted up the league from Division 4 to Division 3. Can't remember exactly how it works, but these are going to be our opponents, I believe, that we face. Jumping Jack, Roadhog, and obviously not myself because I'm not an opponent of myself, but there'll certainly be a couple of races. So we're hitting fire to start the game and we're in Division 4. Hall of Fame, what does that do? That should show us all the high scores. Yep, that's absolutely fine. Practice, we're not going to do that. Start the racing season. Start the racing season. We are going to do that in a moment. And load save replay. Well, this is on YouTube now, so if I want to watch a replay, I will just effectively rewind the video. So hitting start, and the first track is the little ramp, and we are facing Jumping Jack. So this is a track that's drawn. You can rotate it to see different angles, and the key is to stay on the track as you go around. The track isn't very wide, and we've got that big jump in the middle here. So let's bring it to the front. There we go. So it's I'm sort of pointing to the bit of the triangle of you can see where you've got that gap. That is a very dangerous jump to do, and we've got to try and stay on the track. So hitting fire to start, and you always start on the ground and you get lifted up. You push forward to accelerate, pull back to brake, and then you've got fire, which is a boost. So when we drop, I'm going to hit the fire button in a moment. Come on, drop, and you're going to see flames come out the engine mounts. I have no idea what that's called as we hurtle along this track. On the top of the screen, or where effectively you've got the roll bar, I've just clipped that car and you saw a line go along it. That is damage. And if you get too much damage, it is game over, and you got to start again. But very hard game to do. You bounce all over the place, and the enemy, when they pursue you, your opponent, enemies that are too strong a road, but your opponent here, they are pretty non-stop in their aggression after you. So one slip up, one screw up, you're absolutely dead in the water. And look at this. I'm not even really doing too much here. I'm just trying to get around the track, having just done really fall off, do the first lap, and I've got a third of damage to my car at the moment. I can't remember how many laps we've got. As you accelerate and you play the game, when I hold the fire button, see it's got L2 on the bottom left and you've got a B. I think that B stands for the amount of burn stuff I've got, burnout fuel. I don't know what it's called. It's been a long while since I've played that game, and you don't always seem to be able to activate it. I think you've got to be at full speed for that to happen as well. You can get yourself a running start with it, but again, very hard to control, and it's the bouncing that does you in, where you bounce all over the place. I'm fortunate the opponent car hasn't tried to overtake me at the moment as we hit the third lap. You can see the underneath where it's got L3 B05. That is the distance I'm away from the opponent. I don't know, I don't recall if it's actually possible to lap your opponent, but the key for me, the key to success is focus, 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 stay on this bloody track, and when we get hit like that, you know, the damage, you know, is just going to wreck us. And we've got that other little jump I'm worried about here. So that jump, oh for fuck's sake, and I fall off the track, and I'm wrecked, you know, the car is ruined. So it's going to drop us back on the track, but look at this, it puts me back on the track by the jump, so I have to effectively reverse back. He's gone past me. No, stop reversing, you bag of shit. And the distance I had is absolutely ruined. You know, it's absolutely gone here. And the circle, no, it's a wreck. The circles, I think, represent your lives as well, where you get 2 goes. And I've lost that race. You know, this looks so simple. It's a fast game, it's a pretty game, it's a great game. But by God, it is not simple. And there I am, wrecked on the track, you know, not happy about the situation, but we're going to give it a go. We're going to give it another go here to try and do this. So we're going to face Jumping Jack in race 3 of 6, because I guess they all race each other as well. Yep, so what's happening? No, yes, no, race 4 of 6. That tells you the results. I'm a little bit lost here on actually what's going on how they do the races, but all I know is we have got to win every race, which we're not doing at the moment, and we haven't done at the moment. So fire again. Back on this track. If you want a game that's going to challenge you, this game is the kind of retro game that will do that. You know, you don't get games like this these days. You know, they don't make games like this these days. But if you want a game that's going to challenge you, this will be it. But oh, for fuck's sake, and he's getting in the front, and he knocks me off the track. If you've got a game that's going to want to make you throw your joypad, your joystick through the air, this is the game here. It is tough as nails, but I swear I was much better at this back in the day. I really, really do. I have no idea what's gone on with my gameplay. Yes, there's a lot of years since I played this last, and you know, perhaps I'm looking at this with you know, rose-tinted glasses on what my skill was. But as you get thrown about the track, and it's one of these games that is the way the screen works. You lean to the left, you lean to the right as you play. You know, you're trying to lean into the motion. There's not many games that do this, but you're trying to lean into the motion of the vehicle, trying to lean into the motion of the car to make it go your way, to make it sway your way, as I fight to keep it on the fucking track. And there we go, crashed again. You know, this is hard. This is very hard. And look, he's 1,300, 1,400 in front of me. I don't know whether that's a meter, feet. It might as well bloody be miles, because I have got no way that I can catch up with him. If you think of the first race that we did before I fluffed it, we were in a position where we were like 700 ahead of him, and it was that one crash, that one mistake that I did that enabled him to, you know, recoup all the ground, get everything back. So I'm doing a little bit of braking here at the moment, because what I'm trying to do is remind myself how to not try and stay on the track even. Oh no, I bounced up off the floor onto the track. I apologise to anybody that's getting seasick, motion sickness like this, or thinks they're on some kind of roller coaster simulator. No, they're not. This is Stunt Car Racer on the Amiga, recreated on the MiSTer FPGA. If you've not seen the MiSTer FPGA, and by God, if you've been watching this channel, you should know what it is. If you don't know what it is a great system. It recreates these old consoles, these old computers, these old systems in hardware within the FPGA core. So, you know, and it's absolutely brilliant what it does for the recreations. You know, they try and be just sure I've wrecked this, I'm dead when I hit the ground. They try and be as accurate as possible in the recreations they do, and a lot of cores are in development as well. You know, we've got a Saturn 32X one that's just recently come out. Yeah, the PlayStation one I've done a couple of videos on that's come out as well, and you know, some great platforms with a lot of games. One thing that did surprise me, actually, talking about the Saturn 32X, that core there, I thought there was a lot more 32x games, and I've lost it. He completed the 3 laps, so we've wrecked this. I thought there was a lot more 32x games out than what there actually was. So there I am, sobbing on the wheel of my car. We don't want to see that. So race 4. Okay, 442. There's going to be a race 5 there, and we get to do race 6. But yeah, there's no point. We're so shoddy. We're so shit at this. We're just racing another opponent on a track that we've done. But you know what? We're going to give it a go, and I'm going to give it a go to consider this a practice, because I will have one more session on this game to see whether we can actually achieve anything. I thought I was doing so well to start off with when we first started playing on this. I thought I was in control. I thought that I was actually going to make it round that track, and then the chaos just kicked in. I don't think you can knock the opponent off the track, but they do seem to be able to knock you off the track. And there was on the menu when I picked this game, when I fired this game up, there was another version of this, a new set of tracks, and you know that the new, for fuck's sake, and look at me spin through the air like a madman. You know that the new set of tracks is, I'll look at him past there. I hope he tooted his horn and gave a little wave. You know the new set of tracks is just going to be spellbindingly bad, spellbindingly hard. And, this is what makes retro so much fun. And, I'm moaning, I'm pissing and moaning that this is hard, that I'm not doing too well. You can see me not doing enough. On the track, off the track. Back on the track, no, off the track, bollocks. If I'd pass, I thought I was going to bounce across and do lap 2. But yeah, this is what makes retro so great. The games were not easy. The games were hard, but equally, the games they put into such a small amount of memory. The Amiga like 512K, then you had the 1024 Amigas, and yeah, that memory is nothing compared to some of the games that we've got here. The pictures that I do for some of the loading screens, the pictures that I've done for some of the art is bigger than, and that's something to think about, is bigger than the actual code for the entire game that you see playing here on these systems. So I crashed again, thrown myself completely off, and this is wrecked. And I wish I knew what those circles were. I thought they were lives, but I don't know if they are lives now. I generally don't know what they are. Maybe it's the amount of damage to my car, and if that crack gets too far along, even if it hits the first hole, I might be dead in the water. It's been a long while since I played this, and my skill back then was certainly better. I did get out of Division 4 in the past. I absolutely did get out of Division 4. To see me play now, you wouldn't think it, but no, I did. Right, yeah, no idea with those cracks, those holes, what it is. Maybe that just shows the amount of times I've fallen off the track. Meaningless holes, but holes nevertheless. That's going to bug me now. I suffer from OCD. What do they mean? The cracks are going through. I thought it was lives. Is it lives? I don't know. But the race is lost, and that's over. It's game over. It's game over here. But I feel I know what we're doing here. So we have to give it one more try to see whether we can actually get through a division. So that race was bust. And yeah, we got another bloody race to do as well. So this is a meaningless race. It's a pointless race. But we'll give it a go. And we have to give it a go because these videos are kind of recorded live. So it's there's nothing to do but play games. And this is why hopefully you're here to watch me play games badly. So accelerate past here. And this wasn't actually the Amiga game that I was planning on doing as well. No, stay on you stupid car. Oh, you utter wreck of a car. Yeah, this wasn't the game that I was planning on doing. I was planning on doing Friends Must Die. I saw a picture of it on eBay. So I collect Sinclair Spectrum games. I collect way too many Sinclair Spectrum games. And I saw a picture of that on eBay for the Sinclair Spectrum. I thought, I wonder what other platforms it came out on, because I've done a lot of Spectrum games, and I do want to try and mix up the platforms a little bit. And it was there on the Amiga, and I fired it up on the Amiga and had a quick go on it. and I thought, no, this isn't fun. It's not challenging, and it was. I was basically not stuck on the first screen, but you had endless enemies coming at you, and enemies from nowhere. It's like Renter soldiers were coming on the screen. So I just thought, nah, sod, it can't be asked with that. Let's go for something else. And then in the menus, I saw this, and obviously the other version that I've mentioned as well that has a few more tracks on it. I thought, yeah, I was good at this, we will give it a go. Not that you've seen any goodness in any shape or form here, although I managed just to survive and stay on that track. How I did, I don't know. But this is a remarkable game on the Amiga. It's a remarkable game on the Atari ST. Can't remember if it ever came out on the PC, but this was the era where the PC was becoming a gaming machine and not just Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel. In fact, did Excel exist then? Yes, it probably did. The other stuff probably came around a little bit later on, but the PC was starting to be a games machine more than anything else, as well, because the colours, it could do up to 256 colours probably at this point in its life, and it had an amazing amount of storage. For 40 meg. Who would ever need anything more than 40 meg? And for those of you to really take you back in history, old hard disks you used to have to set in the BIOS on PCs, and an IDE drive, an IDE 40 meg drive, and to some of you these are just going to be words that mean nothing, was a Type 17 drive. I will always remember that in my days of doing PCs when I worked for a little company called Dell Computers. Right, so let's accelerate round here, and I am completely wrecked now, and that is game over. That is absolute game over. This has been a piss poor session in trying to complete this. My race has been awful. I've wrecked. I've screwed it up at every opportunity. And I've scored 1 point. How the hell I even scored that 1 point, I don't know, but maybe it's just a token point. Say, you know what, you turned up and you gave it a go. So Jumping Jack gets promoted, and we get High Flyer that joins us and Roadhog. So we're going to give one more session to try and get out of Division 4. Hopefully High Flyer, hopefully that racer is not as good as Jumping Jack, so I stand a chance of doing something. So we're going to start the racing season, and Division 4, race 3 of 6. Don't understand why it does that. Maybe I have the next 3 races. Maybe the other races happened. Who knows how it figures it out, how it does it. But race 3 of 6. So, the little ramp. This was the first one that we did, and we did reasonably well. The first part of this video, the first part of the racing we did, was actually okay till like mid lap 2, maybe beginning of lap 3. But let's focus. Let's focus here. So we've got B32. No, oh god, they're not behind. We're behind 32. Why is it doing a wheelie? I have never ever seen it do a wheelie like that before. Why was it doing that? Alright, so focus. Just try and stay in the center of the track. We're going to do the little bit of boost here, just to do the jump. Back on the brakes a little bit so we don't bounce so much. Oh, that seems to work quite well. We didn't bounce too much there. Oh, and -4. The other car's about to overtake me. You could see. Oh shit! Oh, how are we staying on? Oh, and it overtakes. Oh well. We'll look at it fly through the air. Okay. So this car, this opponent, actually seems to be better than the one where we were before. But we're fighting to stay on the track. Okay, yeah, you pull that bloody wheelie. I've gone past you there. How do you like those apples? Right, okay, so stay on the track for the corner. Don't wreck too much. We do a big bit of boost here to get some distance. And, oh, no, for fuck's sake. What have I done? Why am I... Oh, no. No. It was going so well. It was going so well. Come on, just drop me off the chains. And I'll hit fire to do that. And maybe we can recover a little bit. That was going so well till I managed to shag that up. Yeah, it was a straightforward jump. All I had to do was no shits, and everything breaks, everything goes wrong. Oh dear God. So this race I suspect we will be getting null points for. We got that bloody High Flyer that was pulling wheelies just in front of us, and twice she's done that now. And yeah, it's bloody AI. You know, what we need is the gentleman's AI, and the gentleman's AI will be playing games as bad or as worse as me, and it will give me a chance to think that I'm actually okay at this. You know, you guys, girls, must think I'm an absolute bloody fantasist and liar, where I said, oh yeah, I've played this before, I was good at this, but generally, you know, I had played this before, I was okay at this, you know, but look at that, I'm behind now. Yeah, I'm absolutely behind that other racer. Oh, we managed to do that jump okay as we fall off the track to our bloody death. And I just shag this up. So if you think you can do better, if you think you cannot be the failure that you see on the right hand side of the screen now, you fire this game up, you put this in an emulator, and you know, oh, I got a point on the last on before for best lap clearly. So it must give you a point for best lap as it shows there, and 2 points. But yeah, this is just bad. All right, so we got two or three more races left in us. So this is the hump back, and you know what? These tracks are not complicated compared to the ones where they are on the later levels. You know, where you've got double jumps and you've got really high hills to navigate. You've got to manage. Come on, there we go. You've got to manage your boost as well a lot more on some of the later tracks. You know, I know you do, because I've been there and I've done. Oh, for fuck's mother of sweet gods! I got knocked off, but did the other car get? No, it didn't get knocked off. Why is it always me that gets knocked off? Yeah, on the later tracks, you've got to manage your boost. You know, your resource here is where I've got B36, B35, as it ticks down as I hold the fire for the flames to be coming out. The front loading. What the hell are they called? Exhaust ports? Who knows what they are? Mind you, I'd be pretty bloody concerned if I was in a racing car and look at that skill to stay on as I bounce off the other side. I would be bloody concerned if I was in a racing car and there was flames coming out the front. You know what? I don't think I'd want to be in that car. You know, I'm certainly no Lewis Hamilton doing the driving I'm doing at the moment. Although he's not doing too well at the moment. If you look at F1, you know, I'm not sure what's up with his car and everything else like that. Maybe they've done something. I haven't watched any races live, but you know, Mr. Hamilton, sir, you know, and you are actually a sir, you need to be a little bit better than what you are. Bring some of that brilliance. Oh, look at that as I bounce through the air, and I thought I was going to clip and hit the track and get back on as I bounce through the air and royally screw this up. But yeah, Mr. Hamilton, sir, you need to be back to your old self. You know, maybe this season's blown, but please do not retire from F1. You know, you have to get the 8th world title, I think it is, because you hold 7 already, that will put you top of the tree. You know, do something good for Britain, do something good for the British people. I'm not a racing driver, as we can see here, and it's just occurred to me, I've put the wrong icon on the screen. I should generally I've got a racing icon that I use as I bounce everywhere. I literally bounce all over the place here. Yeah, I've got a racing icon that I use when I'm holding the steering wheel, and I did actually for the video that was recorded earlier today. But look at this one. I've actually got an Amiga floppy disk in my hand and a controller, but based on the game that we're playing, I should have swapped and thought was solid, because I didn't play the one I was originally going to play. I should have put the steering wheel there just to spice things up a little bit. So this is hard. This is very hard, and you know, I'm talking a lot while I'm playing this. I'm talking maybe too much, which is causing all these crashes. But you know, generally, I don't think that I could be any good at this anymore. You know, this is a proper game where you reflect back through the rose-tinted glasses, whatever you choose to say, whatever you choose to reflect in the past. And you know, I had a lot more skills on that game than what I had now. You know, the other racer hasn't completed the race yet, although it'll probably come up with race lost in a moment, because you know, yeah, the race lost. But you know, my skills are absolutely appalling now. I'm a little embarrassed about the shit quality of my gameplay. So she wins again, and I've now got 2 more races left to do with Roadhog. Let's see whether I can win one single race. I paused for a moment thinking, you know, if I beat him twice coherently, does that put me at a tie with High Flyer? But probably not, because he's probably beaten him on the other races as well. Not even sure 100% how the leaderboard works here. But come on, gentlemen, let's try and finish this video on a high. We've got 2 more races left. We're racing Roadhog, and you know, maybe we could do something right here. And if I know we shitting can't, and just keep the car on the track. There he goes. Alright, okay, new objective. Catch up with the bastard. Let's catch up with him and see whether he's going to do any fancy wheelies, if he's going to be Mr. Fancy Pants pulling a few wheelies as we go on the track. And maybe it's the way that I play this, because you know, I really am foot to the metal of this. You know, I'm pushing the accelerator all the time. I'm pushing the boost, the fiery boost for the engine all the time. And you know, it's I swear that's how I used to play, but it just doesn't work now. My only defense is I have a slight bit of confusion. I always have confusion, let's be clear, but I've got a slight bit of confusion. Was I playing this on the Atari ST or the Amiga in the past? You know, I would like to say the Atari ST to give me an excuse for being this poor and say, oh, this is just a harder conversion. But you know what? I think that would be a fable, and I really do think that it probably was the Amiga. But by God, you wouldn't believe it if you would. Ah, jeez, off we go again. Just crash, be wrecked, and just put me on the last race. Put me out my misery, you know. And the other car is so far ahead at the moment. You know, it's probably going to be lap finished in a moment. My burnout is about to run out. Look, I've only got 8 of it left. We're just going to hold it down to use it up, just so we don't have the embarrassing situation of him lapping us. Although I don't think he can. Oh, and we fly through the air like Peter Pan as we smash into the ground, banging our head on the dashboard, causing more cracks. And all we need is a little bit more cracks, and that's going to be car wrecks. And there we go. Yeah, let's see. Even when we drop down, we get a bloody crack in the frame of the car. You know, this is just sheer pain, knowing that I was better at this. I absolutely was better at this. So maybe we can get on to lap 3. Can we get to lap 3? Yeah, we're on lap 3, and you know, he will be finishing in just a moment. Roadhog can't be far behind us, and you know, we are the Roadhog, not him. But we're not going to give him the pleasure. We're going to wreck our car. No, we're not. It race lost. Just I threw myself off the track. You utter bastard. You won't even give me the dignity of being in a wreck. Alright, fire. So, ladies and gentlemen and ladies, cats and dogs, dogs and cats, although I don't see many pets watching this video, this is the last race. You know, we are on 0 points. Let's try and get 1 point. Can we get 1 point for the father? Yeah, I mean, please, 1 point just for a decent lap. All we've got to do is stay on the goddamn track. You know, it can't be hard. But one thing I do like about this game, in fact, I like a lot of things about this game. I'm just absolutely poor at it at the moment. But one thing I do like about it is the tracks. So if you notice, the first race that we did, we basically head off in one direction. This is now reversed, so you don't always race in the same directions. Oh, my mother's nuts. No, mother's nuts. You can't say mother's nuts. That's not right. By my father's nuts, I've fallen off. This means we're not even. Well, I suppose if we cross the line on lap 1 to 2, and we do a groundbreaking lap. I know, you piece of dog turd. If we do a groundbreaking lap, if we can even get to lap 2 for lap 2 and 3, then that means we might get 1 point. It's just utterly ridiculous. On the first race, the first go that we had, I did so well on that up until a point, and I really thought that, you know, all the old skills were still there. All the old skills were coming out to play, and no, I fall off again. Oh, no. Dead again. Alright. Come on, there's only one more crash left in me, really. And I'm still bloody on lap 1. The worst gameplay ever that I've ever done on this channel. You know, the gameplay here is even worse than that bloody game Moldy Christmas I mentioned probably at least twice a week because of my utter hatred for that video that I did last December. Right, okay, and it's not that it's a bad video, no. I actually think it's quite a good video, but it's a good video of a bad game. That game was made by bad people. That game was a god-awful game. You know, that game was so bloody hard, and it made no sense when you were playing it as well. It really made no sense when you were playing it. It was such a struggle for them to do. It really was. You know, and I truly hated it. And I thought I was onto something there. I thought as I rattled on about Moldy Christmas, I was going to shoot around that track and not do it. We almost made it all the way around. I think we got 50% around on lap 2 without falling off. So, was it 50%? Oh, I was going to be really furious if the white line was there. Because that would mean we might have nearly got a point, but we just weren't quite good enough to get the point. What the fuck? Yeah, oh dear God, they can overtake you. Look at this, just to add insult to injury. He's bloody overtaken me on my lap, you utter piece of shit. Oh, no, well. Oh, it didn't wreck me. Why did it not wreck me? Why did it not wreck me? And it gave me the race loss there. Alright, this has been Stunt Car Racer on the Amiga. A great game. Do not be fooled by my really poor gameplay. This really is a very good game. Came out on the Atari ST, came out on the Amiga, might have come out on the PC. You know, I have done this game with zero justice. Null points for the gentleman. I have really done no justice to this game. Do not play this game because of what you've seen me do. You all stay safe. You take care. I'm the gentleman, and I'm going to privately, once this video closes, carry on playing this game because I want to at least get 1 point. 1 point more. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.